So this is my first coming out video. I'll give you a little bit of background on me. I'm 18 years old. I live in Canada, and I identify as lesbian. I think I was about 13 or 14 when I started to question my sexuality. I liked this girl who liked me back, and so we both thought that we were bisexual. Then we parted ways, and in the 11th grade, I was 16, and I started to crush on a girl from school. She was straight. Later that year, I got over her and I started crushing on another girl who was also straight. I became close friends with her, and it took about 1.5 years to finally get over her, but we're not friends anymore. When I was 17, I thought that maybe I was a lesbian because I didn't feel the same way about guys, and I never did. I just didn't really understand it. Stop being cute. I'm trying to make a video. When I was 17, I realized I wasn't romantically attracted to boys. I had boyfriends over the years, but I never actually felt that emotional connection that everyone else seemed to have. And I could never visually want sex with a guy. It scared me, it grossed me out, and for the longest time I thought that maybe it was just because I was too immature and I would grow into that kind of thing. But I never did. So I decided when I was that young, I was ashamed of liking girls. I secretly knew I was gay. I just thought maybe there's a part of me that still likes guys, just I don't know it yet. So when I just turned 17, I had sex with a boy. It was extremely uncomfortable. When people talk to me about their first time, they always tell me how magical it was, or how special, and that's the way they make it in movies as well. And I was hoping maybe my first time would be like that, but it wasn't. It was extremely awkward. I was so uncomfortable, my knees were shaking, I was all wobbly, and I thought that maybe it would change me, and it didn't. And I identify as a lesbian. Coming out, though, when I came out to my mom, I came out as bisexual when I was 16 to my mom and my dad. They don't live together, and they have completely different views on it. My dad and my mom, they both thought it was a phase, which is normal. You can expect that from parents. I knew it wasn't, but I just let their minds kind of wander, I guess. But they accepted me, and they know now that it's not a phase. But they still love me. When I told them, I told my mom that I was bisexual when I realized I had a crush on a girl from school. She was a little stunned at first. She called my doctor and asked my doctor if it's normal, if it's okay, what to do about it, and my doctor said it could be a phase, it could be real, but either way, just be there for her and support her. So my mom did. My dad, he thought it was a phase. When I told him, it was over the phone. He was talking to me about one day I would be marrying a guy and blah, 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 and I told my dad, Dad, I told Mom earlier, I didn't really know how to tell you, but and this was over the phone. I told him I like girls, and he's like, okay. I was like girls, like the same as you would a boy. I said, oh, well, you're still young. You're changing. It could be a phase. And I was like, I know, Dad, I just want you to be okay with it, even if it's not a phase. And he said, of course, I love you. You're my daughter. And it's really nice to hear that my parents were supportive. The only person I've actually come across in my life that hasn't supported me, that hasn't necessarily been there for me in that same way, was my brother. He was the reason I actually came out to all of the people that I know. I came out over Facebook. I don't really know if that's the right way of doing it. I guess there really is no right or wrong way. But I came out over Facebook. My brother had told me one day that he was embarrassed of me. I told him, what do you have against lesbians or gay people? And he said, nothing. But you're my sister. You're not supposed to be gay. And it felt like absolute crap when he said that. And I said, well, I'm going to be telling people. And he said, if you tell people, then I'm going to deny that you're my sister. If people ask, I'm going to say you're not my sister. I was so sad, but at the same time I was so disappointed that my brother would say something like that to me. That he would say he's embarrassed of my sexuality. Because I was so disappointed and upset with him, I thought to myself, screw it, I'm going to tell everyone. If my brother hates me for that, I don't care. I'm not going to hide myself because of him. So I got on Facebook, started typing, and before I knew it, I had written this long paragraph. And I wrote something like, I was never really trying to hide it. If someone asked me, I would tell them. But the fact that my brother says he's embarrassed of me, the fact that he says he's going to deny me as his sister, it disappoints me. It truly disappoints me. And I put on there, I'm not straight, I'm not gay. That's what I put. I said I was bisexual. I came out as bisexual on Facebook. And then as soon as I posted it, my heart was racing. I told my brother and I said, get ready because you're about to be super embarrassed. And he said, why? I said, because now everyone knows. Minutes later, I kept getting likes on my paragraph and comments from family members, from friends, from people I go to school with that I don't even know that well. And they were telling me that it's okay. They were telling me that they accept me. They were telling me that they love me no matter my sexual orientation. They said they just want me to be happy. I even had guys tell me that they would beat up my brother because of what he said. But I'm not really that way. Just because my brother was an asshole doesn't mean I want him beaten up. I mean, I could do that myself. But I'm not going to. I think everyone has their own opinions, and I just let him have his. There's going to be people in the world that may or may not accept you, but that's okay because everyone's got their own opinions about things. It's what makes a person different from everyone else is their opinions. And I used to think that I was sick of being here. I was suicidal for a while because I thought that people wouldn't accept me. I wanted to kill myself. But if I did that, I wouldn't have realized how accepting people really were. I was scared to come out of the closet, but when I did, I realized it wasn't so bad. There are going to be people that let you down. There are going to be people that may be disappointed, but that's changing. and it's amazing. I'm not ashamed of who I am. If I could choose to be straight, I wouldn't do it, because this is who I am and I love myself. And it takes time. It took me years to realize what I have and who I am. But you have all the time in the world. You have your whole life. I was asked by an anonymous person on Tumblr, when is the right time to come out? The best answer I can give for that is whenever you're ready. I'm a pretty open person now, and I would like to do more videos like this, hopefully. I don't know if people want me to, I guess. But you can always inbox me, because I love hearing from people. I love hearing their stories. I love trying to give advice. I don't give the best advice, so kind of be aware about that. But I'd love to hear other people's stories and comments, and yeah. If you're looking for advice videos or help videos or anything, there are YouTubers out there that can definitely help you. They have amazing videos. One that I personally love, who has helped me through a lot, whether she knows it or not, is Jenna Ann. Her YouTube channel is Lesbian Answers, so you can check that out because she has amazing videos. I'll post tons of links in the description with YouTubers that have helped me, and I still watch them. They are amazing.